I've already shuffled and we'll be taking a look at the recent past energy between you and your person. We'll find out what's coming up, we'll see what the challenge is going to be, and then we'll find out what the outcome is. So Aquarius, the recent past energy between you and your person. Well, we've got the Four of Wands, and it's with Justice. Now, the Four of Wands, it often indicates that you could be attending a special event. It's going to be way more fun than you're anticipating. So you want to make sure to go. You'll have a good time. If you have a business, it's likely to be going well. And you'll be proud of yourself, or you would have been proud of yourself. And others would have been proud of you also. Although this Four of Wands is actually a positive card in the tarot, it does show that there could have been a need for you to keep your wits about yourself. That although you deserve and should treat yourself to some fun, just know that you're probably still in a building up phase. And now is really not the time to rest completely on your laurels. This Four of Wands can also sometimes mean that you could be moving or changing your place of residence. The Four of Wands is with Justice, which actually deals with the idea of karma and the law of cause and effect. So it's important to remember that not everything you're dealing with, however, is a direct result of your own actions or karma. And I say this because sometimes we're called upon to deal with the results of the actions of someone we care about. So don't blame yourself unnecessarily. And if you're directly involved in a court case, it's likely to be resolved at least a large degree in your favor. So basically, with the Four of Wands clarified by this Justice for the recent past energy between you and your person, what I'm getting, Aquarius, is that a lot of you, or some of you, you wanted the connection, you wanted the relationship to go to the next level. It was probably just staying stagnant for a long time, or just for longer than you would like for it to. You were just a couple, but you really wanted the connection to take off. And it feels like what I'm getting with this Four of Wands here, the connection, it finally took off to the next level. Marriage. Four of Wands is a marriage and commitment card. But if it didn't go to marriage and commitment, the connection, the relationship finally took off to the next level. Maybe living together. Maybe engagement. Maybe childbirth. Yeah, so it finally took off. And with Justice clarified by the Four of Wands, you feel like, wow. You feel like justice has been served. It's about darn time. Yeah. So you feel like you finally got what you deserved. The ring, or maybe commitment from your person. Finally. Yeah. Justice card is saying you feel justified. Finally getting what you deserved. Yeah, so this is good. Marriage, commitment, the Four of Wands that's what this card is about. Marriage and commitment, or just taking off to a new level, or new heights in a relationship. Living together, childbirth, marriage, just going to the next level. But it's mostly, Four of Wands is mostly marriage and commitment. See those 4 wands? That's 11. So good for you, Aquarius, for whoever this is for. But let's move on over. Let's take a look and see what's coming up for the two of you. Well, we got the Hierophant, and it's with the Two of Swords. Now, the Hierophant, with this card, you could be searching for the meaning of life. You're considered to be a great loyal friend. When this type of person is called on for advice or help with some important matters, their intelligence and their empathy puts them in a position to provide a whole lot of support. So this could be you, this could be someone coming toward you, or maybe even someone that you know who's quick-witted, well-educated, a wise teacher, marked by integrity. Quite frankly, the Hierophant, they are the real deal. They're the genuine article. They're true blues, highly admired individuals. They walk the walk, talk the talk, and they stand firm in their beliefs and convictions. Now, the Hierophant is with the Two of Swords, which tells us that your partnerships, they're likely to be going somewhat well, whether it's friendship, maybe romantic or business. However, you should consider the depths of your commitment to equality in the relationship and whether or not you're being treated as an equal by your person. And if you're not, it could be time to bring things back into balance, but this will most certainly require open communication. So coming up, Aquarius, for you and your person, Hierophant clarified by Two of Swords. So like I said, you finally got commitment out of your person. For a lot of you, it took a lot of work to get it. That's why the Justice card is there. It's like what? It's like bam. She's socking her fist to the air or to the upward to the clouds. It's like finally, bam. So a lot of you went through a lot just to get this ring or to get the connection to go to the next level. But it looks like coming up, you could be finding out new things about your person now that you two have finally moved in together, or finally made it more formal or more committed. You could be finding out that your person, they're not perfect. Because the Hierophant is damn near perfect. Yeah. From what I explained to you about the Hierophant, that's a lot of sincerity. The Hierophant is pretty much perfect. It's about being moral, ethical, traditional, walking the walk, talking the talk, the genuine article, a true blue. But you're finding out that your person, they're not perfect. They're not like the Hierophant. So, with the Two of Swords here, Two of Swords can mean that you might ignore some warning signs. Yeah, it could be something simple or it could be something big, but yeah, you're just coming up, you'll be realizing, like I said, now that you guys have finally taken the connection to the next level, you're realizing, wow, my person that I've been wanting commitment from and finally got, they're not perfect. You probably already knew this, but now you get to see it even more so. For some reason, it's being brought to the forefront. And you're ignoring some warning signs because you finally got what you wanted. Yeah, finally got commitment. Or your person to do something to make you feel like it's commitment. You feel like it's gone to the next level. For a lot of you, you've gotten married to this person because the Four of Wands is a marriage and commitment card. Okay, so let's move on. Let's see what the challenge is. We got the Seven of Pentacles, and it's with the Nine of Swords. Now, the Seven of Pentacles can be a card about returns on investments. This could be literal, maybe a bank account returning money to you, or figuratively, such as investments of time, effort, and energy that you put into a relationship. It's about reaping what you've sown. This is positive. You should be feeling more secure than you have in a while. Things will be moving along really well. You'll be feeling more hopeful about the future with a good cause. You might have to decide whether to put your energy into things, people, and situations that you're already involved with, or whether to spend your energy trying to bring more into your life. So, the Seven of Pentacles is with the Nine of Swords. Now, with this card, you will need to guard against feelings of anxiety. So, if you're anxious, feeling anxious, take a good look at that, and whether or not any of this is under your own power or control, and try to lessen it, or if other things or people in your life are contributing to this anxiety. If this is the case, you might want to take a good look at that and see whether or not something in the relationship can be changed to make it more workable. Because there could be something about this time period that can cause people to feel like their life should be in some way more or bigger or just different than it is. So try to take comfort and joy in the ordinary things, and just know that that's where the beauty really is. So your challenge, Aqua's Seven of Pentacles, clarified by this Nine of Swords. Yeah, like I said, you're realizing your person, now that you two have moved in together, you're realizing, wow, they're not as, you knew they weren't perfect, but now you're starting to see that they not only sometimes leave the toilet seat up, but they do it all the time. You're starting to see more of their imperfections. Now that you two are more committed, that means you two are probably together more often. So now you're seeing more of their flaws, and they're probably seeing more of yours. But you, Aqua, you're ignoring the warning signs. For some of you, it's something big. And for some of you, it's something not so big, like the toilet seat being left up all the time now. So you're realizing for the challenges that you're going to have to put in a lot of energy and effort into this just to keep it committed, just to keep it going. Yeah. Because if you take a look at the Seven of Pentacles, it's the card above the word challenge. This lady, she gets up every morning and takes care of this plant. And before she goes to bed, she takes care of it. She had this plant ever since it was a little teeny tiny little baby. And she could hold the plant in the palm of her hand. Now the plant is about 10 feet tall. The leaves are rich, healthy, dark in color, each one of those leaves. So she's reaping the rewards of the energy and effort that she put into this plant. And this is what you're realizing. It's causing you a little anxiety, but you're realizing that you gotta do even more just to keep this commitment going on, or keep it going up, just to keep it together. Yeah, so for a lot of you, you're realizing it's going to take more work than it did when you two were just dating each other. For some of you, not all of you, for some of you, it's going to be the opposite. It's easier now that you're committed, now that you two have moved in together. But this reading is saying for a lot of you, you're going to realize it's going to take more work than you thought, and it's causing you some anxiety. And certain things you're ignoring. little bitty warning signs that you're getting. Because this Two of Swords, she ignores the warning signs. So, yeah, it's going to take work. More work than you thought. So, you're like, wow, this is causing me some anxiety. I'm just looking at the dog. The Knight of Swords, the card that's below the word challenge. He's like, why does my owner have her head down and her eyes covered? He's like, what's going on here? I thought life feels like it's normal for me. I'm still getting fed every day. Okay, so that's a challenge. Now, let's move over. Let's see if the outcome, see what the outcome is going to be. So we got the Page of Swords into the Queen of Swords. Now the Page of Swords, it can sometimes stand for an actual person in your lives. If this is the case, it could represent a person who's younger than you, because when you hear the word page in the tarot, that can indicate a student, youth. A student, it can indicate youth, it can indicate immaturity. So the page, it often indicates that there's a message coming in this instance, because it's a page, and because this page has a huge sword in his hand, it may not be what you're hoping to hear. The page, it tells us that this person could be trying too hard, pushing too fast, or maybe stepping on. You feel like they're stepping on your toes. So you might need to study the body language of this person and consider how well you do or do not accept constructive criticism. Yeah. The Page of Swords can have a great deal of mental and physical energy. Yeah, but let's see. It's clarified by this Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords can point to a woman in your life. She's actually a woman who's not to be trifled with. Often she could have dark hair, dark eyes, but it could go either way. Now, this is not a person. She can point to the need for you to be forceful and honest in some situation just to get your needs met. So, you may need to put your foot down. The Queen of Swords can indicate that your instincts are serving you well. You already know what it is that you want, what it is that you need. Now you just have to go after it. Queen of Swords, yes, a very, very forceful type of energy. And some people find this energy really, really abrasive. So, the outcome, Aquarius, Page of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords. Yeah, so, what I'm getting is that, like I said, with commitment, it brings more. It's bringing more work for some of you. And for some of you, Aquarius, it's just the opposite. But for this reading, the commitment that you always wanted to get out of your person, it's bringing more work to your life. It's not as easy to be committed to someone as you thought. But you're trying to ignore it. The fact that you got to put more work and energy and effort into the relationship just to make it work now. Because there's love here. Yeah, because when the Hierophant talks about love and relationships, not only is it about being loyal, ethical, moral, and traditional, but it's also about deep love. So the two of you have a lot of love for each other. But for a lot of you, you didn't realize it was going to be more work, take more work to be committed. So for the outcome, you might find yourself that the side of you is coming out that you didn't want your person to see. Yeah, they might feel like you're doing things to get them to be a certain way. Or they might feel like you're trying to change them now that you two are committed. So your person might put their foot down and let you know that this is what you get. This is what you signed up for, whether you know it or not. Yes, they come with leaving the toilet seat up. This is what you get. So they might be forceful with you and kind of cold and abrasive with their words. And they're going to put their foot down and let you know they're not perfect. So they might feel like you're stepping on their toes, trying to get them to be someone that they're not. Yeah. So this is kind of a different love reading. I don't think I've ever had one like this. No, it's just kind of, I think it's for a specific few people out there. Yeah. Because this is really different. I don't think I've ever had a reading like this. It's not really a love reading. It's kind of like a see what happens after you get the ring reading. But anyway, that's your reading, Aquarius. I'm going to upload it. I guess somebody needs to hear it. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonates. As you know, general readings, they do not always resonate with everyone. Then again, if you like the reading, please comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post my next reading. I will also put a link below of the extended of this reading where I'll go over how you both feel about the situation, what's in the near future for the two of you, how you see yourself, best case scenario, and what will happen between the two of you in the next few weeks. There's also a link below for personal readings if you'd like to try one of those. So Aquarius, I thank you so very much for watching. Also, I want to say, keep in mind, if you're not dealing with anyone romantically, the other person could be a friend, could be a family member, a co-worker, or a situation. And yes, the roles can be switched. You could be them or they could be you. So take the reading for however it resonates, because these are general readings, they're not personal readings. Yes, so Aquarius, thank you so very much for watching. I can never say that enough. I hope all of you are doing well and staying safe during this crazy virus season. Hang in there, it's going to pass. I think they got some kind of type of cure coming out, a fix or a quick fix or something. So I think we're on our way. Hang in there. Take good care of yourselves. Come back and join me for the next Aquarius reading, just in case this did not resonate. Maybe the next reading will. Yeah. So take care. Have a great day. I hope to see you at the next reading. Happy holidays.